Mason, what up, my man?
What
First of
up?
all, what happened last year, right? Is it going to happen again to you? Maybe?
Yeah, shit, hopefully. Our mind's not really on that right now. We're worried about what's at hand, and they're a different team, we're a different team, so we just got to go out there and compete at the end of the day.
Last year you had a great game against Bama. Going into this game, knowing you could potentially be open a lot more than the other dominant players on offense, like Malik, Kyron, and Brian. What are you looking forward to with your second Bama LSU game, and then it being in Tuscaloosa, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be fun. I mean, they're going to have a huge atmosphere there, and because of what happened last year, I mean, it'll be rocking, but at the end of the day, I'm going to just do my job, and if opportunity comes to me, I'm going to try to make the play. And I think as long as I do my job and stick to what I'm supposed to do, opportunities will come my way. So.
Obviously, it looks like the winner of this game is going to have the big leg up in the SEC West. How do you view it from that perspective, or do you have to approach it as another game?
Yeah, just another faceless opponent. I mean, like Coach Kelly always says, just another faceless opponent, and we got to go out there and execute. For us, it is a must-win game, and I think for the rest of the season it is. But as long as we focus on game to game, we'll be all right.
What did you take away from your first LSU Alabama experience in terms of the athletes they have, the intensity of that game, all the things that went into it?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the intensity of the game and just it's physical. I mean, they got huge guys, we got huge guys, and it's just competitive, and it's just like different than any other game.
Hey, it's been said like a lot by people that Bama has the best defense, or like one of the best defenses in the SEC. What kind of challenges did they bring that might give you guys some trouble?
I mean, they just got good players everywhere. I mean, from their front, I think their front's the strength of their defense, but then you got people in their secondary that can make plays too, from young guys to experienced guys. So they always just know what they're doing, and they're well coached, and it'll be a challenge for sure. But I think as long as we stay consistent as an offense, like we've been doing, I think we'll be all right.
What does it mean to go into a game like this when you've got a quarterback like Jaden, who's kind of seen it all and, doesn't seem to get nervous, so calm in a big game like this?
Yeah, I think it boosts our whole offense's confidence, and I think him kind of leading us and being as calm as he is and as confident as he is, that we just come up as an offense and just all around, we're all more confident, more comfortable.
Your defense, how are they coming along with all the guys that they're missing right now?
They've been looking good. I mean, Coach Kelly's over there helping them out and stuff like that, but they got pieces coming together, and definitely young guys stepping up into big roles and going to make some plays. So.
How did you kind of use the bye week for yourself to kind of prepare and maybe get reset from a couple things going on early in the year for you?
Probably just rest, just get off my feet and rest, and I think that's what I needed the most. I've just constantly been on my ankle or whatnot, and just constantly just been beating it up. So the rest was good for me, and I'm feeling like 100% now. So.
How do you think you guys have kind of maintained a good source of energy heading into a big game like this? I mean, prepare for Army, you're off a week, and then now you're back in a kind of game week practice. How your energy kind of been in practice?
Yeah, just being off, we just can't get too far off of our schedule and like what we're doing. We still know that we got a big game ahead of us, so we got to be active. Just because we are off doesn't mean we're off, so we got to still be active and still be moving around and still be mentally locked in for the game.
Hey, this is your first LSU Bama game as a Tiger, so what are you looking forward to most?
Looking forward to the atmosphere for sure. Looking forward to, having an opportunity, to play a great team with my team. It's gonna be two good teams, going at it, and you can't get more excited to do that than anything. It's two top 5, top 3 teams in the country going to play against each other. And, I mean, it's a really great opportunity. So at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be able to be there and have the opportunity to live out my dream. I've grew up watching the Alabama LSU game my whole life, and actually being able to play in it, it's gonna be real fun.
How do you guys view the game in terms of, you kind of have to win this game to win the SEC West. So how do you not make it too big, but also understand the importance of what you got to do?
Just staying in the middle. every game's a big game for us. We don't want no losses on our team's name, and we don't want no losses for this program and for LSU as a whole. So I probably would say just staying in the middle. Never getting too high and never getting too low throughout the week, and especially during the game. It's gonna be ups and downs during the game, but at the end of the day, we know, and we're gonna have trust and faith in our preparation.
Yeah, trust and faith. How important is it to mentally believe, hey, we can go in there and we can win this?
Oh, extremely. We work on mental edge every week with Dr. Selkins, and she preaches to us that the game is majority physical, but most of it's definitely mental. So definitely being in the right mental state for the game is going to be vital for us.
Hey Logan, do you feel like there's like an extra amount of pressure on you guys considering that this game is like one of the biggest games of the college football season in general? Like the whole country's going to be watching this game and stuff like that.
I would say no. I said every game's a big game for us. And, we're blessed to have the opportunity to play the game of football at the end of the day. So having the opportunity to play Alabama or having the opportunity to play Grambling, it's still a blessing to still be able to wake up in the morning and go out and have the opportunity to go play the game that we love. So I mean, yeah, it's a big game, but at the end of the day, we just blessed to be able to play it at the end of the day.
What have you kind of seen about Alabama's defense that might give you guys some troubles on Saturday?
Like most teams in the SEC, definitely a really good front seven. Really good interior linemen, really good pass rushers. Linebackers are really good, and they're young at defensive back, but they're really talented on the defense. So anything could be a threat. We have to trust our preparation, and we have to prepare the right way and be prepared for everything that they're gonna bring to us.
As kind of Jaden's backfield mate there standing next to him, what have you kind of noticed about how he handles these moments in big games like this, and how ready do you think he is for this game Saturday?
Jaden's super consistent. Every game's a big game for him, and he's really good at staying in the middle. We played some good teams this year, and he's been the same throughout the whole year. I haven't seen much change in his preparation and anything that he does. I mean, he's still been waking up at 5:30 in the morning and go and watch film as he's been doing the whole season. So I feel like he does a really good job of just staying in the middle and treating every game the same.
At practice this week, how are you seeing your defense and those young defensive backs kind of prepare for this big stage?
The intensity is definitely higher this week. Every time Alabama plays LSU, I mean, doesn't matter how the season went or how the season's going. It's the defense always gonna come out to play, and they're gonna show up. And I feel like they've been practicing that way, and they've been extremely locked in on all the little details of what they need to study and what's going to be coming at them.
As a guy that grew up in New Orleans, did you watch these games over the years? You got memories of
Yes, sir.
LSU Bama?
Yes, sir. All my life, I grew up watching this game. I've watched Leonard play against them. I've watched Clyde, do well against them as well. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be an exciting game, especially to be able to actually be there in the moment instead of watching it on TV.
You were at Notre Dame last year, obviously, but did you watch when they went for 2 and got it and everything?
Yep, I watched it. I watched the game. I was locked in.
We haven't had a chance to really talk to any running backs since the Army game. I wanted to ask you quickly about Trey Holly's touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
You were one of the guys who were the most animated on the sideline for him. What have you seen from him this year, and how cool was that moment?
Trey has a really, really big personality. He's young, but just like Caleb, he's eager to be better. He wants to be better. He wants to get better, and at the end of the day, he understands his role, and he's having fun with it at the end of the day. Some players can get in the position that he's in, and empowered and start thinking about transferring and wandering off and just writing the season off. But I mean, he's giving the defense a really good look, and he showed what he was able to do in the game. That kind of resembles what he's giving the defense every day of the week. He giving them a great look and giving them great effort. So I mean, we thank Trey, and I know the defense thank him as well.
So first, as a guy that came from Maryland, did you watch LSU and Alabama growing up?
Yeah, for sure. My whole life I've been watching those games, especially like the defensive players in those games. Like I used to look up to a lot of those guys. Devin White, all the linebackers that came through and played on in those games were crazy. Even on Alabama's team, they had Reuben Foster. He was a guy I used to look at. So, yeah, I definitely used to watch all those games.
So what's it been like to step into it and play in it? And what is the feeling after you walk away from a game like that?
I mean, it's just an honor being able to play in a game like that. I mean, obviously, those two, obviously we have a lot of talent in both the programs, and it's obviously a big rivalry. It's just an honor. I'm blessed to be able to play in that type of game. And that's one of the reasons I came to LSU, to play in games like that.
Can you kind of speak about, the secondary is depleted, and you've got some new guys kind of running with the first team. What have you seen from them in practice since they've had to step into those roles?
I've seen a lot of things. I mean, those guys are doing a great job. The three freshmen, Stamps, Jeremiah, and Toviano, they're doing a good job communicating out there. I mean, we're just trying to make their job as easy as possible. I mean, obviously they're young guys. We just want them to go out there and play fast and play with confidence. I think they're going to do a great job.
Obviously, you play a different position, but
Right.
you've been on this defense before. You've been a leader here. How have you kind of used your role to kind of help them and guide them along? And hey, this is the biggest stage that you're going to have a chance to play on right now.
Right. I mean, just like I said, just trying to make those guys feel comfortable. Like I was talking to Toviano last week during the bye week, and I was just telling him, I mean, you've been playing corner all your life. I mean, this what you came here to do. Just go out there and play. Just play fast. I honestly think all three of those guys are going to do a great job when they get their opportunity.
Hey, Greg, it's like we've seen the Bama offense get better and better as the season has gone on. So what are some of the challenges that they are going to provide for you guys?
Oh, I think they provide a lot of challenges. I think, like you said, offensively they've gotten better each week. I think they're starting to find the identity of what they want to be. I feel like their running back is a great player. Obviously, their quarterback he's a great athlete. He likes to take vertical shots down the field. So, I mean, they obviously cause a big problem for us. I think we need to go out there and just focus and play to our game plan, and I think we'll come out with a great outcome.
With their offense, is it kind of a case where, I don't want to say they lull you to sleep, but it seems like when you relax, that's when he throws that deep bomb and beats the defense.
Yeah. I've been seeing it on film. He has a great arm. He really launches it downfield on deep play action shots. At times you least expect it too. So like you said, we just need to stay, and everyone just needs to have their eyes right on their key and things like that, and just go out there and do your job. If all 11 is doing their job, we'll do a great job.
I think every year LSU's been to the SEC championship, they've had to beat Alabama, and it
Right.
appears this looks no different. So how do
Correct.
you view the game in terms of, not making it too big, but also realizing, hey, if we don't win this game, we're out of the hunt?
Right. Yeah. Like you said, to win the West, usually you gotta go through Alabama, and we know the type of game is gonna be Saturday. Just like I said a couple weeks ago about all the games in the SEC West, it's gonna be a war. We just gotta go out there ready to play. We know what we're walking into.
Anybody else? I got another one. Have you played at Bama before?
My freshman year.
What do you remember from that game?
It was a crazy game. A lot of people didn't think we had a shot. We came out there. I can't remember how much we lost by, but it was a great game. It was a good atmosphere, though. I kind of expected that. Us going in and playing a great game. We just came up short that year, but it was a great atmosphere. The crowd was pretty good. I think I remember in the fourth quarter, the lights came off, and that was pretty cool.
I think it was 2014.
That's what it was.
Y'all were like a 30-point underdog, and you almost won.
Yeah, I remember.
So when you go into a big game like this, and you got a quarterback like Jaden, who's got ice water through his veins,
Right.
how much confidence does that give the team collectively at the most important position, right?
Oh, yeah, we have the utmost confidence in our offense and Jaden. I feel like if the defense just go out there and does our job, get the ball back to the offense, we'll come out with a great outcome. So if we go out there and do our jobs, I feel like the offense has been taking care of business all year. We just got to go out there and do our 111 and help them out.
How big would it be force a turnover or two, right? Steal a possession or two from them.
That's very important for us. All year it's been important. Usually when we force turnovers, we usually win the game. So that's going to be a big point of emphasis going into the game.
How much has Harrell improved your pass defense? Because he's dropped back there and done some things, right?
Yeah, Perk is a freak. I mean, he can do whatever you really need him to do. He can pass, rush, cover. So anything you need him to do, he can do. That's Perk for you.
Before the season started, we talked to all the captains in here.
Right.
The two for the defense, Makai and Greg, you won't have on the field Saturday.
Right.
Who have you kind of noticed around the defense? You could even say yourself has kind of stepped up into that captain and leadership role on the field.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's just one person. I'd say collectively as a whole, guys on the defense have started to step up and kind of talk more. Obviously, we got 2 leaders out for this upcoming game, which is unfortunate, but we know we got to go out there and still play. I was on Twitter, I seen what John Trey said a couple years ago, 11, we're going to fight like Tigers. So, I mean, we just going to go out there and fight like Tigers. We got 11, so it is what it is.
Hey, Omar, is this the best that you've been in terms of your health, your confidence, and everything since you came here to LSU?
Yeah, I was banged up a little bit early in the season, but I'm feeling good right now.
I'm sure this is a big reason you came to LSU, right, to play against Alabama in games of this magnitude, right? Just your thoughts of going up against the Crimson Tide for the first time.
I'm excited. Just growing up, like just seeing them win all the time and stuff like that. So to be able to go out there and play against them, had an opportunity to showcase my talent against them is just I'm excited for it.
How did you use the bye week to kind of get ready for this week and kind of reset all the issues you've been dealing with?
Just those couple practices that we had, just working on technique, like little technique stuff that I could get better at. And then other than that, just relaxing, get my body right, and then just diving in extra film work.
How do you guys kind of make up for the loss of a guy like Makai, who's not only captain, but, a fixture on the defensive line?
Yeah, it's tough. But like I said up there, you just gotta have that next man in mentality. The next man up, he gotta come in and do his thing, which I know he will.
And as far as next man up, there's going to be a few of them on the defensive back side of your guys' defense in that secondary. What have you noticed from maybe the younger guys who are going to have a bigger role on Saturday, and how have you kind of tried to help them along?
You could tell that they locked in, they detailed. They want to go out there and put their best foot forward. So just really not building it up too much in their mind to where they get anxious or nothing like that, but just letting them go out there and play their game.
Since the Ole Miss game, or maybe even the Missouri game, when you guys were down 23-7, do you think that you've improved a lot collectively as a defense, and will this game kind of really show it?
Yeah, I think we improved a lot. I think just the way we've been practicing lately, like just detailing stuff. Playing as a unit, communication. I think we definitely grown, and yeah, we just looking forward to showcasing it.
It seems like with Alabama, sometimes they can maybe lull you to sleep, and then that's when Milroe throws a bomb and beats you deep. Do you kind of see that in terms of how they operate and what he can do?
Mm-hmm. But I think it's just about staying locked in, play after play. Don't get like you said, don't get put to sleep.
How much would it mean, we were just talking to Greg here, to steal a possession or two, force a turnover or two to set up your offense, which has been very, very good this year?
That'd be big. Our offense, they've been on the road, so giving them extra possession and taking the one away from them, that'd be a huge factor.
Sorry, we asked somebody else this. I can't remember if we asked you. Did you get a chance to watch last year's LSU-Alabama game?
A little bit of it. I didn't get to watch it live. We might have been playing or something like that.
Yeah, West Coast kind of tough.
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah.
When you see the photos, though, and stuff of that, and, you can kind of feel the tension in that stadium. You're not even on the field if you're a fan watching, but you can still feel it.
Mm-hmm.
How much are those matchups kind of things you live for as a player?
It's just exciting, to go out there and have a win like that, and then have the field rush, like with all the fans and stuff like that. It's like that's what you live for moments like that, you know, being able to play in big games like that, that's just what you live for.
And then now flip it, being the road team coming in as an underdog, how good does it feel to kind of look around and see all the fans go home sad?
It'll feel great, I ain't gonna lie. It'll feel great.
This is a personal question. I'm also from the north, used to that weather. When it gets cold down here and you start complaining about it, everyone's like, yo, you're from the north, why are you complaining about it? How do you respond to that type of stuff?
I don't really complain about it like that. Right now, it ain't that cold right now, but I done been in way worse, so
That's how I feel.
yeah.
So the approach to the game, you have to win this game to make it to the SEC championship. It certainly looks like. So how do you know that and have the right mental approach, but then not make it too big?
I think just keeping our head down and just focusing on our process. Everybody say it all the time, but I think that's just really the key. It's a big game, but don't try to make it bigger than it is. Don't try to do anything out of the ordinary. All we got to do is what we do. Just follow our process, practice the right way, get ready, and build up to the game.
And when you got a quarterback like Jaden, who has ice water through his veins at the most important position on the field, how much confidence does that give the team collectively?
It gives us a lot of confidence. Our offense has been on the road as a whole in general. So just knowing that they're going to put up the points, it just gives us a lot of confidence.
Omar, your old team in Corvallis is balling out right now. Have you gotten a chance to reach out to some of them or just check up on them, see how they're doing?
Yeah, I still be talking to some of my guys. Whenever I get a chance, whenever they get a chance to, we still be hopping on phone calls sometimes.